We would like to see most of the human race killed off because it is unworthy. It is unworthy of the gift of life.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. See all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mix-up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.
Safe Word with Jason Rouse.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, this is Jason Rouse, and welcome to the Safe Word Podcast. On the show today, Canadian comedian friend Kyle Lucey, back in Austin, Texas after a 2.5-year hiatus.
Yeah, about that.
Welcome back to Austin, Kyle.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
What happened?
Well, I mean, realistically, I really thought about just the realistic part about getting a visa and started doing the checklist. I mean,
you did acquire a Irish passport over the last 2 years.
Yes, I did that. Yeah, basically, what I realized last 10 years of me doing stand-up, I didn't do a lot of the stuff that would get me a visa. I was just, I'm going to go out every night and try to be funny.
Yeah.
And then when I came here, you really opened my eyes to what that process would be. I went back home and I looked at the checklist, what you need, and I realized I didn't do any of that in my 10 years. So then I put out the special so I could get money when I'm down here. That took a while, and then, I just basically set myself up job-wise, started doing all that stuff. And when I came back down here, now I realize, okay, 6 to 12 months, the visa's going to come in. So, yeah, now I have stuff I could actually do to legally make money here. That was a bigger process than I thought it'd be. And that's it. Yeah.
If you can get that sorted within 12 months, that's not a long process.
No. Now I have everything. I had several meetings with Mark Breslin. We did the tour that I got coming up. That's going to be a big part of the visa. And I got a bunch of all the press in order. Now all I need is the letters, and
that's been that's one thing that I think everybody realized over COVID was if I'm going to make a move, now's the time. So I think with the success of podcasting and stand-up comedy over the last few years and its popularity, it's created a whole new breed of, now you've got, it used to be 50 guys for every spot. Now it's 500 guys for every spot.
Yeah.
It's gotten popular, You were saying earlier, I'll just keep going up and killing, and everything else will come up to me as long as I keep doing good, which wasn't the case in Canada.
Yeah, I mean, are you saying that that's an okay method to think about things? Because that's how I think about it, but I don't know if...
sorry, I forgot what I was talking about. The squirrel ran by in my head. What the fuck?
No, it was your approach. Maybe you're someone's approach in Austin.
Yeah.
Would be that. I don't know, because sometimes, I try to be as proactive as I can, Oh, no. I mean,
no matter how well you did over the course of those 10 years, those things that you would need to put on a visa to get out of Canadian show business, you acquired none of that other than being excellent in your field as a performer.
Right.
No one ever saw any of it.
I mean, I certainly have a high level of imposter syndrome. So when I hear when I say to myself excellence in my field, I feel like that definitely, I'd always go, oh, I'm not that good. I need to get better because I see what's out there.
Sure.
And that definitely, that voice in my head maybe held me back a lot. But no, if I started stand-up comedy and I saw that visa checklist my first day,
Yeah.
I would have had a visa 5 years in.
Yeah.
But I never did that. I spent like 10 years just trying to be able to
Get into a major international comedy festival, headliner.
Oh, yeah.
Traveling.
Canada carrots, the ones that dangle there, definitely make you a hamster on a wheel.
Yeah.
To try to like, yeah, I want this every year. I want to hit that hammer every year. But then, yeah, you definitely opened up my eyes to what the world offers.
Yeah.
And when I saw it that way, it just it put a lot of stuff in perspective. I'm saying that, right? Perspective.
Yeah, perspective. Yeah, we're both
Yeah.
Ontario School Board graduates. I'm very aware of my dumbness and where my strengths are.
Yeah. No, but that's it. And just like, it definitely, I mean, I'm not well traveled. That's another thing.
Are you 32?
I'm 29. Yeah.
What happened? No,
Just
kidding.
stayed in Canada.
No. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Fuck. That's awesome.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, I'm turning 30.
Yeah,
and
no,
I haven't been around much.
And you think of it, look at it this way. Look what you dodged. How many soldiers you've seen fall into relationships, children,
Ugh.
debt,
I mean, I have
drug
student
habits,
debt, but fucking
alcoholism, gambling.
Yeah.
That's about 90% of the guys that you've been working with over the last decade have fallen into that. They're starting from zero.
Yeah, no. I mean, both my parents are addicts. My dad, love him to death, but he's like,
How many times have you not used a condom? Listen, that was a trick question. We'll just keep that in a smile and a nod. Like, I don't know how you guys have not got anyone pregnant.
I think like I have such a hatred, not a fear, a hatred of that happening because it definitely like bringing a child into the world before you're ready, it is child abuse.
Yeah.
Because that's how I was raised. And genuinely, it's like we were
both raised in child abuse.
Yeah. And it's like, why would I do that?
Yeah. I made it. And no one else deserves to do that, to go through that kind of possibilities. And it could have, for your offspring, could have been thrown into a far worse situation. And that life that you live you probably had some head in the hands, suicidal, like, fuck this.
Yeah.
If this is what it's like, I'm out.
No, I've been going to therapy every week for about almost 10 years because I thought about killing myself one day. And I was like, I genuinely was gonna, but then I just said, well, let me see what therapy does. And if that doesn't work, I'll kill myself.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah.
So then I just started doing that. And fuck. And also the Muay Thai, because I had a lot of you see me very fidgety, eh? I crack my neck a lot because I haven't done Muay Thai in like 2 weeks. And I start to get a lot of
What
anxiety.
happens when people, this kind of ties in with like, when you're uncomfortable in your own skin and stuff.
Maybe I'm trans. Maybe that's probably.
No. It's more or less like, are you like me? I'm sensitive to people touching me. I'm not a big hugger or even a handshaker. So when you inherited that from your childhood, how was it Muay Thai when you're physical with somebody like that? You're pretty face to face.
It's not even, I don't even need to, I don't know how to explain this. I don't even need to be physical with somebody. Just a heavy workout on the bag, it just wrings the towel out of physical stress, I guess you could say. Because mental stress, purging that verbally with a therapist is fantastic. But I'm going to sound like such a nerd when your issues are in your tissues. That's what my therapist
I smoke weed every day.
That's what I said to you.
Yeah. I smoke weed every day, mister.
And I ended it with this.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm Ned Flanders. I
would say Ned Flanders. I say you're no. As far as Simpson characters goes,
I'm Ned Flanders with, I don't know, maybe Tobey Maguire, Black Spider-Man, but definitely like A little bit of a dork, but
that's because
I like that.
You grew up, what was it, Ajax, Ontario? No, I keep saying Ajax. But
it was a bit of that. We moved around a lot. We had a trailer park that every summer we would live in, and then we were house flippers. My dad was a bit of a con man, God love him, but he would fucking do it. He would flip houses in Durham region. So that's where I lived in Ajax, Whitby, Oshawa. Yeah. We'd always move in the school year.
You were living in the houses that were potentially being sold.
Yeah, but the place where like family pets are buried, there's a wall with my height since I was 4. That's Log Chateau Trailer Park. That's my home. That's where I grew up. That's where all my like best friends are and stuff.
Anybody looking for points of reference what a Canadian trailer park is like? Any episodes of the Trailer Park Boys? Hits close to home, doesn't it?
That's honestly all my friends.
Yeah,
I got to open up for Randy and Leahy when I was 16. And
that's great.
I got to meet him before he passed.
Poor Leahy, not poor Leahy. Rest his soul. Arguably one of the best drunks in the history of film and television.
Yeah, when I met him, it was at the Green Bottle in Oshawa. I'm like, these guys are like Canadian legends, and they're performing in I think they did that on purpose because they could have definitely sold tickets to a way better venue. Green Bottle in Oshawa is closed down now. It's a shithole. And they went behind.
Oshawa was a shithole.
Oh, yeah.
It's next to Whitby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they went behind the bar where you're legally not allowed to do that. Leahy's pouring shots and just giving free shots to people and stuff. And you could tell like the managers are getting stressed.
Yeah.
But it was hilarious. I mean, like they put Green Bottle, I mean, that was a shithole. And like that place was like 300 people.
They should have had red carpets out for them and a limousine. See, if the Trailer Park Boys had come up in American television, but still globally everybody knows who they are.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I just don't know.
The whole world knows who Trailer Park Boys are.
For real? So when you go to Europe, do people will people know?
They ask me if I know the Trailer Park Boys all the time. Oh yeah. Oh, do you know the Trailer Park Boys? I'm like, yeah. And then I have an old photo. The Casby Music Awards was at the Docks or something like that in Toronto, which was a big music venue, and the Trailer Park Boys came in holding the drinks and the whole deal, and I'm like, I'm probably never gonna get a chance to see these guys as a group. This is first season Trailer Park Boys. They'd just blown up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so this is way back, and I have a group shot of all the Trailer Park Boys, but no Leahy or what's his boyfriend's name?
Yeah, Randy.
Randy.
It's weird
Leahy.
that they don't do it together.
Yeah,
they tour separately.
Randy and Leahy were touring because in the beginning they'd done a Yuck Yucks run in the clubs.
Yeah, I just opened up for Randy and Leahy. I didn't get to meet the Ricky Bubbles and Julian because I used to do a Bubbles impression, and that fucked. I bought these glasses.
Fucked up your eyes?
I didn't know that it would do that.
Oh yeah, they're called prescription glasses.
Yeah, I would wear them like, hey, they make my eyes bigger. It's funny, and I have to wear glasses now.
Yeah. Anybody who doesn't know the character Bubbles on Trailer Park Boys, his glasses. Easily an inch thick.
Oh yeah, they're fucking huge.
They're like magnifying glasses.
Yeah, he's got 2 microscopes looking through him, and it just fried his cornea. So good luck.
Yeah, what a query. I heard the guy from House, the doctor, walked with the cane. He developed a limp because of his character.
That probably fucked up his posture. Hunching yourself like that for like 8 years or whatever he did.
Especially, you're waiting for in between set changes, and you're in character. That's going to fuck up your body. But I love seeing actors self-mutilate for the role.
So you like Christian Bale, like when he loses and gains weight?
Well, I did that. When I did Spare Parts, I was like, I'm not a very good actor, so I'm going to try and use my body the best I can in the presentation of this, and hopefully I can hold on to the dialogue.
You keep saying that, but I thought I watched the trailer and I watched it. You were great in that
because of the editing.
You keep saying that.
I struggled every day. Yeah, it was hard. It was very hard. But
you genuinely look very present. Like I'm not like a big time actor, but I take acting lessons. I've paid thousands of dollars and I've taught presence and stuff like that. And you look great on that.
I was 119 pounds.
Yeah, you lost weight, eh?
Yeah, I was just juicing and taking Percocets. and doing yoga. Yeah.
What do you mean juicing? Like juice or
Yeah, like
juicing?
carrots.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I would love to get on some sort of replacement program, but
Bro, if Jason Rouse started doing steroids,
Oh.
it's fucking over for these hoes.
I go to the Undertaker's house and put him down. He lives in Texas too.
That's what you don't want is Jason Rouse on steroids at your front door. You're like, all right, the Grim Reaper is here.
Well, when I'd met our good friend Boomer Phillips, in 2000, I did that Comedy Now, and I had a little bit of a check in my hand, and I was like, how can I not piss this away? It wasn't even a lot of money. I was like, okay, I'm going to dump every penny of this into myself. What do I need to check right here? Okay, I'm never going to be a professional skateboarder, but I still want to be athletic. I'm going to have to get a gym membership for the first time in my life. And shortly before that, I remember I had an interview, and my mouth was a mess. My teeth were all over the place. And this was in my 20s. I was like, how did a woman like it was hauntingly terrifying how bad my dental work was.
Right.
And so I went and put money on braces. I got braces and a gym membership. And that's where I'd met Boomer. And yeah, I met Boomer at the Bally's at Bay and Bloor in Toronto. Well, I wanted to train. Well, he's a jacked up hockey player from the Northern Ontario. So I immediately just copied him. So I go, what do I got to do? He goes, eat every 3 hours, because I wanted to. Anyway, long story short, I was almost 200 pounds.
Holy shit.
In about a year and a half. In fact, there was periods where I was out partying at like 185.
Huh.
And I was, Mark Breslin told me to go and lose some weight. Because
He said that, eh?
my gut was sticking out of my shirt. And I was all full of cake batter. And Boomer had all these, he goes, I'm sick of working out. He goes, I figured it out. He goes, I'm going to sell these guys bulk whey protein. But I'm going to change it with cake batter.
Oh my.
So all the guys would get fat in the gym eating cake batter, and he wouldn't have to work out anymore as much as everybody in the gym. But yes, so yeah, the money was put into my face and body.
You have this thing in you that's really cool, where you got like, it's like a fail switch, like you know how to, like, 'cause I don't know if anyone ever told you to invest in yourself this way, but to improve your life, like that's why I like spending time with you, because
Feeling sorry for yourself, feeling abandoned by everything and everybody, you start to realize that I'm going to put everything on me, and then I can only let myself down. I'm never disappointed to anybody. I was tired of being a disappointment and a liability and in the way. So I was like, I'll just create my own way. But that took a move to Vancouver and 2 years of like just learning how to breathe in a different ecosystem. And Vancouver may as well have been Austin to me when I moved there in the 90s. So not knowing anybody, I literally could change my name and be somebody completely different if I wanted, which a lot of people I found out did in LA. They never told you their age or their real name. But putting myself in that position of being completely liable for all of it made me build my confidence in myself, opposed to the things that I was associated, or anything from parenting to like my friendships.
Yeah, and I bet that like each one of those small victories every day gives you that confidence,
the first
right?
biggest one was walking off stage the first time. I felt like I finally got wings. To
the first set, you mean?
Yeah, after my first show. So that just gave me like I was just sitting in a hot tub for the first time in my own piss, and I was happy to be there because it was all my piss. I moved across country to pursue this dream. Yeah, I was like, who doesn't like asparagus juice?
Hey, it's exfoliating, it's cleansing.
Exfoliating and cleansing. Two words I can't spell.
Yeah. The kidney stones are exfoliants.
Those are bad. But yes, the God damn it, I missed my thought again.
You were saying when you were in Vancouver.
Yeah, that's kind of like what has happened here in Austin, and that, with the exception of the comedy per se, it was a big film and TV industry. There was a lot of stuff going on in Vancouver in the 90s.
Right, Hollywood North.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
That's what me and my buddy in Hamilton do you use the term, do you know what a skid is?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's probably a dated term.
Know. Yeah.
Hamilton, anybody in Hamilton is probably a skid.
And what does that mean, a skid?
Trailer park boys.
Oh, okay.
So think of somebody trailer park mentality, but grew up in a city that's like 500,000 people. So you got big city landscapes with trailer park politics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, how many times have you seen people assaulted?
Oh. Like in my growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my family home,
all the time.
it was a haunted house.
Yeah.
And that like
in the streets.
If not every day, like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, traumatizing. It's hilarious.
I mean, it definitely formed my humor. Like I remember, like I'd wake up to my mom absolutely. I don't know if I can say this on a pod, but I'll say it.
Let me get a condom on. You know me with mothers.
No, but she was like, her brother used to take her in the garage and just do whatever the fuck he wanted her. And I guess my mom always said that I looked like my uncle. And when she would just get fucking hammered, and I'd wake up with her right in my face, and she'd be like,
yeah.
Like the next day she'd just be like that and start like hammer fisting my nose or whatever, and I just would fucking wake up to it. And the next day my mom would be like, well, I can't do tequila.
Yeah.
And
it turns me into Susan.
But like we'd laugh.
Yeah.
We'd laugh at that. And it just got to a point where like the fucked up stuff was funny.
Yeah.
It was weird.
You get a callus to it and have a sense of humor about it eventually, or you kill yourself.
No, we genuinely, everyone in our family
come and knock on our door.
No, I mean, yeah, that's why I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's that bad. Like when I say it, it sounds bad.
No,
but in my
it's
head,
always like that, isn't it? I've had psychologists have conversations with me and them say, well, that isn't normal.
See, I mean,
yeah,
it's just
that's not normal.
Yeah.
I go, but I'm fine.
You are.
I'm very balanced to a certain degree.
And if anything, it sort of builds up like a strength that wouldn't have been there had not that stuff not happened. Not that it should have happened, but like, could you imagine? Like,
I'm so grateful for all my scars.
Yeah.
All of it.
I remember.
I'm so lucky. Like, Christ. It's wild.
Look at you now. You're in Austin, Texas.
If I had the slideshow in front of you of like a highlight reel of the... it's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Because you've had it's 27-year career, right? 27 now? 27 career of comedy. You've won awards. You've been on the biggest stages on earth. Would that happen if the childhood wasn't so fucked?
No, and that's why I think that Hollywood was such a easy piss for me, because I'd showed up, I'd had nothing. I've already been raped and robbed. You know what I mean? I'm like, I showed up like, have at her.
Yeah.
Just wash the holes. And they're so vampiric.
Your butthole's just leaking nuclear waste.
Totally. I'm like,
hits the ground.
Septic tank of like, look, my hometown and my lifestyle has taken all of it. Good luck getting the feelings under there.
And it's also too, what I find in comedy, it's like all that pain and suffering, you just go to the comedy gods and like poker chips, you just cash in and they're
take it out on a room full of strangers.
Yeah.
By screaming, fuck you and your fat wife.
I think I've seen you one time. No, I opened for you at Levity, and there was this big fat chick that heckled you, and then you were like,
oh yeah,
dude.
I never do well there.
No, you killed.
No,
dude. I'm telling you, I was there. You might just be being
You
hard on
think it's
yourself.
killed because I made someone upset. You
No,
guys think
people
that's
were
hilarious?
laughing. You
Oh.
killed. The room loved you.
All right.
I remember that weekend, and dude,
I don't remember any good shows. And I'll be performing there Mother's Day weekend at Levity Comedy Club in Hamilton.
there was a big fat chick that was heckling you all night, and then
Big fat chick in Hamilton at my show.
dude, you were like, what do you say? You're like, what restaurants do you really like to go to? And then you're like, the ones with pastries. That's what you said.
Baked goods or something like that.
Oh my god, dude.
There's some tape. Like I got a bunch of that stuff. I'm gonna have to pan now that I got my new setup here and getting some more stability and just some regular production stuff. I've got, and we were talking about it. I've got a backlog that literally goes back to 1986. So video footage of all these various sketches and stuff. I'm gonna try and digitize everything. I literally have to go through like 6 formats, everything from mini cassettes to mini disc to beta, VHS, high 8, mini. There's so many SD cards, boxes of video.
Yeah.
There's going to be a suicide letter in there somewhere. I'm working on it. It's a long version.
What made you want to, throughout your career, film things as you were going? Did you know that there was going to be future value to it?
I think my grandfather had shot a bunch of like silent 8mm film. And I remember seeing those on projectors when I was a kid. And there was no audio on this stuff. And then I was at an age when I was in school where we watched movies on a projector. I mean, it was old fashioned when we'd seen it in the early 80s. But the idea of like seeing the past, wanted to have some sort of documentation of my presence here.
Yeah.
And I knew that I was in unique situations with unique people constantly. And I wanted to capture that. I didn't know where it was going to be, but I saved these boxes of tapes, shoe boxes that have traveled with me the years and years and years. I knew inevitably there would be some sort of, and I love documentary and movies. So I knew that they would need archival footage of various things. And the stuff that I found of so many of our friends and people that that have died. Yeah. Constantly I'm seeing photos and videos, just even my timeline, my memories on Facebook, 6 or 7 friends in different eras over the last 15 years have died.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note, I'll be performing in Hamilton at Levity for Fat Chicks. Yeah, I do not have any patience for a fucking non-fan at the show who's decided to take I had a chick last night. I was fortunate enough to be called in to be a judge on Roast Battle, and I made a very graphic description of one of the Roast Battle contestants that he deserved to be sexually abused because he was just had a stupid smile on his face. And that's the only way you could get him to stop smiling is molest him. Anyway, she piped up, and I curtly and sharply said, without even looking at her, but everyone had heard, so there was an eye draw. And what I did is I just pulled out a gun and shot her in the face while I was talking to somebody with, "Hold your tongue, witch." And telling a woman that she's witchy. Yeah. And she should fucking shut up and to hold her tongue. Oh. It really warms my heart when I get a chance to use that line. But it's great. It's like getting a rat tail on the head of your penis. Like a... Except she got it on her uterus with a hard piss hammer right in the face. Well,
yeah, that's great.
Let's jump up now that we bored everybody with our catch up. 2 years. How many days is it? It's been 2.5 years
Since last time I was in Austin?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably been, I'm getting memories from 3 years ago, like Facebook memories, is just me in Austin. I'd say it's almost 3 years now. Yeah.
So I move here.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I've been doing these outdoor shows in Toronto. First time in a long time I've actually taken a look at the scene and who was involved. I'd known you for, God, 8 years now?
Yeah.
Has it been the full 10?
No. I mean, you've always been such a crazy legend in Toronto and all of Canada. So whenever,
rumor.
Yeah, no, but yeah, like
I always come to town.
I met you one time. Actually, there was
stir the pot.
I remember the first time I met you. Actually,
was it with Dan Dunn? I want to say it was with Dan Dunn.
It was at the Corner Comedy Club, and you were there, the OG one, and you were there, and I was like going around asking if anyone wants to sign like a birthday card for Joe. And then I think you fucking you made, I forget what you said. I think you were gonna write something really fucked up, and I was a new comic at the Corner at the time. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble because like if something bad was said on it. But you made me laugh, and yeah, that was the first time I met you.
You were asking comics to sign a birthday card from the club manager. Times have changed.
Yeah.
So what year was that? You just started comedy.
I might have been 24. That might have been.
What year was that?
Oh, don't make me do subtraction.
No, what year? What
that
year?
must have been,
2000.
Probably 2017 or something.
17.
Probably, yeah.
Fuck, that's not that long ago.
Not too long ago, no.
So, yeah, and then I would, because I was living in LA, and I'd come back once a year, cause a ruckus, and then leave.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
My brother chewed me out one day. He goes, you come back to Canada, you come home, you get everyone upset, you just barge into the family, everyone's screaming and crying, and then you just leave, and everyone's upset.
Hey.
I'm like, well, my goodness. It's not even my birthday.
Yeah.
So yeah, fortunately for you guys, I guess, and inevitably, because COVID created this whole Canadians in Austin movement, because when I'd watch you guys do those outdoor shows and Christy Pitts, it became a movement, and noticed that there was a handful of people that I saw the writing on the wall, and especially those early conversations with Red Band when he'd come here to fill in on a JRE episode and buying a house. I was like, okay, that's an incentive to move to Austin. But I'd never been here before. But I knew immediately, as soon as I got here, that you guys would flourish here, not being subjected to the gatekeeping of Los Angeles and New York. You could just come in as a raw talent and make a way for yourself. Kyle got a waitress pregnant at one of the comedy clubs.
All right.
Somebody did get a girl pregnant down here.
Who?
Somebody from out west.
That's good? Because now we could like be
No. It was a false alarm, but she did have some complications. That she thought she might be pregnant by somebody who came down here from Calgary and came in somebody.
Oof.
Don't come in anybody.
Yeah, rule number 1.
Don't come. So you come out here, nothing had really taken form to a certain degree. It was in the early stages of Austin's comedy boom.
Yeah.
Which just meant that there was tons of open mics and lots of young people here.
Yeah.
Trying to, was the Creek in the Cave open when you were here?
The only thing that I remember from then was Vulcan. And that was like untouchable.
It was great.
Yeah.
That first year at Vulcan was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was packed.
No, that was everything.
Canada was on lockdown, and you guys are in standing room only comedy show on a weekday. It was wild.
To see Tony Hinchcliffe pull up in a convertible, it was just, I remember even Ben saying, like, no headliners in Canada have that.
No.
Like, this is where it's at.
Yeah.
You know, like, it was crazy. You know what? It's just, I was even telling Ty this. In Canada, like, we don't have to follow the fame factor on a daily basis. You know, when a crowd knows and loves and is a fan of someone famous here, they're like, ah.
Yeah.
And then we have to follow really, really funny people and murderers, of course. But that's a different thing that I've noticed here that has been like,
When you're in a comedy club that has security,
I've never seen that.
no. You're left.
They're like, please come in, please.
Yeah.
Please. They're desperate. Yeah.
They have security so the comedians are safe while they perform at the majority of the clubs.
Which is like,
You have no backup at a club anywhere in Canada. In fact, if you have a bad show and there's protesters, the manager locks himself in the office.
I feel like in Canada, they're so desperate for business. I don't mean this for every club, of course, but I feel like a general attitude would be that they're like, we don't want to lose audience. We need audience. And then in doing that, it's like the art is affected, because then out of that desperation, it's like, then you can't say this because someone walked out and we have a comp a table of wings, and it turns us like
the customer's always right.
But like, if you went into an art gallery and you saw empty canvases everywhere and like nervous painters, like, what do you want to see today? You're like, this place fucking sucks.
Totally sucks.
We want to see that voice. We want to be sort of not told what to do, but that's what that person thinks, and that's their voice, and it sort of has to be that way. But in Austin, I feel like they're like, you say whatever the hell you want. If it's not funny, then we sort of go, that we ostracize that. As opposed to like in Canada, you'll murder a room, the audience loved you, and I've had that in Edmonton where I murdered, and I get up on stage and the host apologized.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
Fire that guy. Fire that guy.
It's weird. It's like, I don't know.
I'm sorry,
we weren't supposed to hear any of that. It's like, what, laughs? Ha-has?
Yeah, I know.
Hoo-hoos and
I
hee-hees?
killed, yeah. It's wild, but you took a long gap in between visits, and you showed up at a good time. I knew it was going to take about 3 years for everyone to kind of find their groove and things to settle down.
Well, I just wanted things to be realistic.
Joe's opening another club in Austin.
Holy fuck.
So that's going to be sick.
Oh my God.
There's already 7, 8, maybe 9 comedy clubs in the city.
And they're like good clubs.
I know, they're all very
packed.
different. All different.
And they're well attended. Like in at least where I'm at in Toronto, there's a handful of clubs. There might be 4 or 5, but only 2 of them really get audiences often.
Yeah.
So,
and let's just go back to where you're at. So you've been in town for 10 days?
I think this is the 12th.
And how many times you been on at the mothership? Every time I walk in there, you're on stage.
Twice.
It was crazy. I'm trying to shuffle through the back of the room. I'm like, honey, Kyle's on stage.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
How many times?
Twice in 12 days.
Wild. And not to mention, you had done 3 comedy clubs over the course of 3 days or in one night.
I've done every comedy club in the city so far.
Isn't that wild?
East Austin, Roscoe's, Vulcan, Mothership, the Strip. I've done Maggie Mays. I think I might
Did you
be
go
forgetting.
up to Caps?
I didn't do Caps, so I didn't know about. And I haven't done. There's some ones I haven't done, but I've done a decent amount.
Yeah, those were all comedy clubs.
Yeah, I haven't done like Black Rabbit.
East Austin club. There's
I did East Austin. Yeah.
Oh yeah. How was that? It looks super small.
It's the corner.
Oh, is it?
I love it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a kill box.
Oh, is that? It looks like an abandoned house.
100%, dude. That is like what I loved about that place is that
that's where you shoot your special, because it's like the Slim Shady album.
100%.
Like that's kind of your house.
Yeah, and what's cool about it too, it's like, so, as you said, your advice to me was game changing. I'm here to showcase. Yeah. This isn't a fucking open mic. I fuck around in Canada.
Yeah.
But here I'm here to showcase. But at East Austin, it's like the corner in that way, where it's like you walk in, there's bars on the windows, there's a tire swinging. So people
There's a tire swing in there?
Yeah, there's a backyard, there's a tire
swing. It's like a trap
swinging.
house.
It looks crazy, but I think that helps because everybody's like, okay, I could fuck around on stage.
I want to see it.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Okay.
It's like you could fuck around on stage and that's rewarded. And then that made me go, oh shit. Part of the showcase set that I had planned, there's like 5 jokes that are actually hitting harder, and then I brought that to other shows, and that's the hardest kills were after I fucked around on stage a bit at East Austin.
Don't bomb on 6th Street.
That's hilarious, but yeah, so true.
Yeah, don't
100%.
bomb on 6th Street.
Yeah.
And I include the creek in that mix.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. Yeah, and Creek. That was another one that's been like.
Yeah, the Filthy show's fire. Shout out Adam Lucky
and Ty
Rivera, of course.
And the bartending staff too.
Oh, they're sweethearts.
Really
they're
cool.
Super nice.
They're the best.
Everybody, even at the mothership, the waiters and waitresses were always very cordial and friendly.
Actually, that's true because I want to just after I did the first time mothership, I want to take a selfie, and one of the crew were like, "You want me to take it for you?" I'm like, and there was a lineup of people. I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna get out of the way, and when there's no lineup, that would be great." But like, I don't want, you know what I mean?
You grab your phone in your hand and go, "Come on, let's do it right now."
Yeah. No, they were great.
Yeah.
They were like, everybody's so nice in a lot of ways. So it's just, you got to move here.
They're sizing you up to find out whether or not you're going to take their spot. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
All this friendliness is like, there's like 1,000 comics in the city.
Right.
And maybe 500 spots collectively.
Yeah, you know what though, and this has been my philosophy on things. Genuinely,
Yeah.
I genuinely really do believe in myself. I really do,
Yeah.
and I don't feel like when I go on stage, I just let that do all the talking personally. And doing a roast is a different thing because that's a separate form of art. And then I wouldn't mind doing it that way, but. In terms of anything else, I let the chips fall where they may, but I'll stand up for myself if I feel like I'm being treated unfairly. But that's the way I do it. And
it will take a tremendous amount of stress, more than most, for you to be upset and lose your cool.
Yeah,
and which from talking to a lot of people, they're already losing their cool.
Yeah, most people are. Well, that's just the thing about the whole meditate.
Stress
I meditate
management,
it.
yeah.
I do Muay Thai. I go to therapy, and I wring out that towel every day. I take cold showers every day. I do what it takes. I free write. So anything that's bugging me on my mind, 10 minutes a day, it goes in the garbage. I do a lot to just
maintenance. Yeah, it's a company that you're running within yourself that is 24/7. You're always on call for yourself.
That's that's crazy right there. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's 100%.
Okay, we're going to start recording in a minute. No, I just find the button. Well, it's good to be back, I'm sure.
I love it.
Yeah.
The culture, there's jokes that I had to stop doing in Canada.
Yeah.
That are my best jokes here.
Yeah, because they'll take that $7,000 a year away from you.
As you said on the phone, you're like, go get your claws back.
Yeah.
And they're back. And they haven't been back for a while.
Yeah. Next is fangs. Get your claws and your fangs. Claws is just like your fork and spoon's been put back in your hand.
Yeah.
But once you get your full form,
Yeah.
when you transform into something that's undescribable. You've seen what's Hannibal.
Yeah.
You know when he starts breathing and they show the tattoo on his back of the dragon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what you want.
Yeah. No.
Full fucking dragon wings.
Yeah.
2 heads, half hard. Uncut.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah.
Deep breaths. Yeah, I know when you have those moments of performances where the stage is still smoking when you get off. And you have those. You're going to have those. I look at people, how is it down there? I go, well, white girls are laughing at my stuff again.
I was saying, dude, hot white chicks say retard and gay here.
Yeah.
It's back.
Yeah.
When they start saying it,
They never cared.
it's fucking back.
No, the girls lean into it here.
It's crazy.
I'm totally stoked. It's like I told them, I go, it's so nice to see you girls laughing again. You've been absent from my repertoire because 99% of the time you are the problem in the room. All the Swifties, throw them in the fire.
Yeah, we got to do an Inglourious Bastards at an Eras tour in the theater.
Is that what her tour's called?
Eras tour. She sold out movie
The
theaters.
fact that she's doing
a ticket
live
falls out of my
concert?
pocket.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Get out of here, you hippie. No, I didn't. Honestly, I thought her career was done when Kanye went in on her about not being Beyonce.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's.
What
Dude,
happened?
imagine her just yelling white power.
We need Justin Bieber to come back and fix all this.
Yeah. I think he's getting another neck tattoo or something.
He blew me off at the Laugh Factory when I said hi to him.
Really?
Yeah.
What? What do you?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
In what way?
He's been trained.
Yeah.
Everybody has a hi. I'm this to you to that. Yeah. No, I normally wouldn't. But I was on my way out the door. To be honest with you, he was on the stairs near the back exit there. Have you been? You've never been to L.A., have you? Or New York? You've
Never.
been to New York?
Never.
No way.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
gonna
not well
blow your
traveled.
mind.
Yeah.
It's gonna blow your mind as far as North America goes. New York City and Hollywood for sure.
I definitely want to go there, but at the end of the day, I have such a good feeling about Austin. But I definitely want to, before
This
I
is a
officially
stand-up
move.
comedy town. There's no such thing as a stand-up comedy town. Even Toronto, with its wealth of comedy, improv, sketch. You don't even hear about improv and sketch here.
I don't know if the Cellar does an open mic or not, but I know for a fucking fact I wouldn't get on the Cellar in 3 days here or there.
No.
That just wouldn't happen.
You might get on the stand just from a referral from a friend or something, but
Right.
no.
So
You've been on the Mothership how many times?
Twice.
Twice. Yeah, both times great sets.
yeah, it seems to be, so
Yeah, you're getting sized up and measured, and you're leaving, and you'll be performing here in Austin in a unannounced location on July 1st.
yeah.
With a bunch of us. We're gonna get everyone's paperwork locked up, and we're gonna shoot a 2-hour stand-up comedy special. What would be a good running title for a bunch of Canadians performing on Canada Day? We could call it the 5th of July.
Yo, that would be funny. Yeah.
That's kind of in the middle of, because Canada Day is July 1st, 4th of July, U.S. July 2nd, 3rd, and 5th would be options.
Right.
What days of the weeks are those? We're doing a little business here on the fly. I want to see what those calendar dates in, because it'll be the Danger Cats, Aaron Belial.
Oh, nice. Dude.
Okay, July 5th is Friday.
Oh, that's sick.
I'm thinking maybe at Roscoe's or maybe the Mothership even. We'll see what happens.
Wow. Yeah.
But what do you got coming up?
Yeah, basically I go back to Canada and I'm going to headline almost every major city in all the Yuck Yucks clubs. I'm going to headline those.
Out of the way.
Yeah,
As
get
we
that.
say in Canada, ootin' away.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's going to last me 4 months.
Make a promise. Every time you leave the stage, make a mental note. This will the last time I will be here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, it's definitely,
With the exception of the major cities,
Yeah. Yeah.
the rest of it, and I mean like Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, Halifax, Montreal, and a half a dozen places in and around Toronto.
For sure.
The rest of it is
No, that's
garbage.
why I'm very grateful for Yuck Yucks, because it's like a national booking agency. You made me see this zoom out from Toronto, and then you got Canada checkmarked. If you got Europe, and then you base yourself in a major American city. That's what you have to do.
Yep.
That to me is like the best formula. So I don't want, I do like living in Toronto. Like if I didn't have any aspirations to be an entertainer, I'd love living in Toronto. It's a great city, but at the end of the day, like Bobby Mayer said on a podcast, Canada, what do you say? Yeah, Canada's got the same amount of stage time as London, England, spread across Russia.
Bobby's another. He's one of my early people.
Yeah.
I told him, because I've been living and performing in England, I knew from watching him and his way his talents were, I go, this will be huge in London.
Wow.
You look local, and you got a Canadian comedic sensibilities. I go, this is a win-win.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. I seen him at a music festival for the first time in quite a while.
Wow.
I took those guys out on the piss in London. I took them all the places I go to at night, and those guys got fucked up. I got, oh man, because do you know who was with us?
Who?
Beaton.
Nick Beaton went?
It was me and Beaton
Oh.
and Bobby Mayer and I want to say somebody else.
Beaton loves you, man.
Yeah,
I did a show with him and Hunter, and yeah, we were talking about you. He was just like just laughing about certain ways you handled hecklers. It's hilarious. Yeah.
Beaton, it didn't stick for him. He didn't have the same experience. Neither did Brian. But Bobby ended up. They took a liking to him, and I think he's in his 3rd season of his TV show or something.
Oh, he's a star.
Yeah.
He's a big name there.
Yeah. No, he's
Crazy.
great. He's great. I think the last time he was opening for Stanhope at the theater in London, and he told how he wanted to do drugs with Doug, and that's how they met.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, again, a guy who went over, poked around, killed.
Yeah. It's weird. Yeah, we were talking about that before, but like Toronto has a really good way of like, I think because there is an issue of scarcity, there's just like,
you guys hang out with each other. It's like a abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Within the comedy community with each other. If you had to line all the quote comedians up, most of these guys should be ran out of town just on lack of ability.
You mean in
They just
Toronto?
bomb. They just bomb.
In Toronto?
They're not funny. There's everywhere, but yeah, there's a clusterfuck of fucking knuckleheads.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not going to talk about Canadian show business anymore.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, Austin's just been like, there's some real. I went to the Creek.
Some fat chicks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
in
yeah.
the
We got
barbecue. But there's fit young ladies that are college students and whatnot.
There's also that.
Joggers. You get these super athletes, sharp dressers. Or no, sportswear and athleticism, or total garbage pail kid.
some. Yeah.
It's wild.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, with no in between. There's like fucking a bunch of Santa Clauses
I love
and Mrs.
looking-
Clauses.
When you and Matt were out so many times, I remember you two walking towards me on 6th Street, and I go to Christina, I'm like, I go, look at these guys. You're the only ones that were like reserved, kind of walking through a sea of drunks. Everyone's like just slobs. They look like Monster Energy drink and tequila.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we both have like blow dried hair. Fucking push it to the limit.
Crazy.
Like, I don't know what that was. Yeah, I mean, definitely we stick out like a sore thumb. I was just, I hear crime's pretty bad, but no one's bugged us at all. No. We're always back at a reasonable time.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Because we do look like, I'm not trying to manifest anything
Marks.
bad, but
yeah, you guys look like the worst undercover cops ever. The worst.
Oh yeah, we look like we Googled what people wear in Texas and then bought all that stuff and then moved here.
Yeah, it was weird. It's so weird. But it's like a frat house down on that street. It's party central.
It's weird too because like in Toronto, if you wear a cowboy hat, you're gay. But here, if you don't wear one, you're really gay. So it's like
I
weird.
said that and got booed in the first time I ever been booed was because I lived at church in Maitland.
Is that Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Church of Wellesley area.
Yeah.
And I had always seen cowboys in the neighborhood all the time,
Yeah.
And I went to Alberta for the first time and I saw cowboy hats and I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, there's cowboys in Toronto, but they're queer. And they booed. I'd never been booed before. I bombed so bad. But anyway, enough about me. Where can people find you online?
I just launched a website. We're still working a couple bugs out of it, but it's up. It's just KyleLucey.com, KYLELUCEY. But I'm on all the social medias. I'm mostly active on Instagram, same spelling, LUCEY, but just Kyle Lucey Comedy. Pretty much on, that's my YouTube, that's my Instagram. TikTok, I mean, I've been banned so many fucking times on TikTok that, when they have login, you can log in by name, phone number, face. I've been banned from all of those. I'm on my 3rd email of...
It's a jungle out there.
TikTok is very sensitive, so
yeah. No, TikTok is like trying to get your dick out Chuck E. Cheese. You can do it, but someone's gonna tell on you.
Yeah, I mean it's weird too. Like I've had videos taken down for the dumbest reasons too. Like I posted a clip of my special, and because my special exists as a piece of art, I didn't tag myself in the audio setting.
Yeah.
And it's copyright.
Yeah.
It muted my video. It thinks they're like, this video belongs to Kyle Lucey. I'm like,
you need a law firm just to be on social media to get you in and out of these checks and whatnot. Anyway, I'm sure this episode's going to be fine. I'm going to push monetized.
Yes.
And you know what? In July, we'll do a follow-up, and we'll see how much money I made off of this conversation.
I'd love that.
Dollars and cents.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for being on the show, Kyle, and go to jasonrouse.com. I should probably promote my dates. Let's try it, because we're going to post this right away, so it'll be as current, and I should probably tell people who made it this far in the episode. There's been a backlog of episodes and shit in my life that have held me back from doing what I need to do, but all this has come to a close. I have a new stand-up special that's going to be airing, I think, April 1st on the LOL Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club.
I think it's LMFAO.
LFMAO? What
Yeah.
does LFMAO stand for?
Laugh my fucking ass off.
Jeez,
LMFAO.
they just can't write it, can they?
Yeah.
That's so Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go through it right now. Vancouver, April 5th. April 6th, April 7th. All Vancouver Yuck Yucks in Surrey. And then I'll be in Calgary Yuck Yucks April 12th, 13th, 14th. And then there's a secret show on April 19th. You can get tickets for that in Edmonton on April 19th. But I'll also be at the Yuck Yucks that weekend, April 19th and 20th in Edmonton. And then for the first time ever, I will be performing comedy in Winnipeg.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Yeah, I've never played anywhere in Manitoba. So April 25th, 26th, and 27th. And then I'm going to be in Kenora, and Nestor Falls. All these small Canadian towns in Ontario. Then Thunder Bay, which I haven't been there in a decade. May 4th, then May 10th, 11th, Hamilton at Levity, and then Toronto, May 17th and 18th at Yuck Yucks. And then I'll be back in Texas for a bit, and then I'll start my Scandinavian tour in June, which I think is going to start in Iceland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and then Kyle is going to be opening for me in October, the last week of October. Undetermined venue. We're trying to go for the theater, but worst case scenario, we'll end up in the local comedy clubs just doing more shows over that week. And then November, I don't know what I'm doing. So if you are interested in me coming to your town and you're interested in booking me, go to jasonrouse.com, hit the booking thing. I got another movie coming out, but check out all that stuff. And thanks for being on the show.
Dude.
We'll see you all soon. Happy Easter, everybody. Boom.
Fuck yeah. Dude, thanks for having me on, man.
No problem. I'm glad we got this in the can.
Hell yeah.
We would like to see most of the human race killed off because it is unworthy. It is unworthy of the gift of life.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. See all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mix-up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.
Safe word with Jason